Hey y'all, I'm Brianne and today I'm going to be making Polish Kruschiki cookies. So we're going to put it on a medium-high heat. We're just going to add our oil. I put a thermometer in so we can see you want it at 350 to 375 degrees. So we're going to heat that up first. So it'll be hot whenever we are ready to fry. Okay, so first I'm going to show you what ingredients we have. We're going to need 3 egg yolks, sugar, pinch of salt, sour cream, vanilla, a zest of a lemon and an orange, and flour. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to separate the egg yolks. Then I can just edit too. Alright. Go. Make sure you don't get any shell in there. So now we're gonna beat the egg yolks, the sugar, which is 2 tablespoons of sugar, and a pinch of salt. So just like that. And we're gonna beat for about a minute until it's yellow and thick. Okay, so after you beat it, it should be this consistency. It got a little thicker. So now we're gonna zest an orange and a lemon. I didn't have real orange, so we're just gonna use a tangerine, all the same. Okay, so now we've zested our lemon and orange. So we're gonna add a half a tablespoon of each of zest. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sour cream and half a teaspoon of vanilla. All right, and then we're gonna whisk again until it's combined. So now we're going to add flour just until we get it stiff enough to where we can put it on a floured surface and roll out the dough. So this is 3/4 cup of flour. We're probably not going to need all of it, but we'll just start about with half just to see. See how it's not fully into a mash yet, so we're just gonna add the rest of our flour. Okay, so now that we've incorporated it into something that we can knead, we need to flour the surface, the counter surface, so just a little bit of flour. Spread it out. We're gonna need a lot. You wanna make sure it doesn't stick because it is a sticky dough until we knead it. So, get the dough out. Make sure you get your hands floured too because it is very sticky. Put a little bit on top. And then you're gonna knead the dough just like this, about 50 times until it all comes together. making sure it's not sticking throughout the process. Okay, so now that we've kneaded it about 50 times for about 2 minutes, I'm going to cut the dough in half because we're just going to be working with half of the dough for right now. So I'm going to put it the other half in some plastic wrap so it doesn't dry out for right now. This dough is going to make about 40 to 50 cookies. I know it looks tiny, but we have to roll it out super thin. So now I'm going to make sure it's all floured up. I'm going to get my rolling pin and make sure that's all floured too. And we're gonna roll this out super, super thin. You wanna make sure your surface stays floured because this is a very sticky dough, like I said before. You don't want it sticking. So now we're going to cut the dough into strips, about 1 inch thick. It doesn't really matter, you can have fun with it. And then after we cut all of this, we're going to be cutting them in half too. So you can just have fun with the shape, it doesn't really matter right now. And this one's a good length. So I'm just gonna cut these in half. You can do them straight across, you can do them at an angle. This one we can cut into thirds because it's a little longer. Alrighty, so whenever you have them all cut out like this, you're gonna take a knife and you're gonna make a slit in the middle of the dough. Okay, so now we're gonna form them. So to do that, with the slit that we made in the middle, you're gonna just take one of the sides and you're gonna put it right through the hole and let it come out the other end, just like that. Another name for these cookies they're called angel wing cookies because they look like angel wings. And you're just gonna repeat that process with all of the dough so we can get ready to fry them. So now I'm just putting them on a plate so we can transfer them over to the fryer. All right, so now we're gonna test the oil with a small one just to make sure it's ready. It says 350, a little bit over 350, but that's good because the oil is gonna drop as soon as we drop one of these in there. So let's test this one out. Alrighty, and as soon as you put it in, it's gonna puff up. And it just takes about 30 seconds. So while that one's frying, I'm gonna add a few more in there. Add about 3 or 4 for the size pot. So after about 15 seconds, you're gonna wanna flip it over, just like I did this one here. It's getting a little golden brown. So this one looks about ready, so I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna put it on a lined cooking sheet with some paper towels, just so it'll drain. And then I'm gonna finish the rest of these bad boys up. So now they're all fried up, I'm about to add the powdered sugar, but before I want to tell you a little bit about what they are. Kruschiki, it's a word meaning non-yeast dough. They're typically eaten by the Polish people before Lent, and they're typically Polish men give them to their wives on Friday the 13th to avoid bad luck. So traditionally there is powdered sugar on top, so we're gonna add some today, and then sometimes people will put like a drizzle of honey on them as well. So we're gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar. I started making these cookies because whenever my dad was growing up, he lived in New Jersey, and he would go to this little deli, this little Polish deli, and he would get these cookies. And so now it just became a part of our family because they usually make them for Christmas. But this is all you do. And then you just enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys.